I believe some of you memang, I mean, since MCO lah, especially. Okay, I think you we make our students, okay, not we make lah. I mean, because they are not in campus, so they need to submit all the assignment online. Okay, so I think it is logical and more efficient if you do the grading marking, okay, using eLEAP, because eLEAP there's functions to do that actually, okay. Of course, kalau face-to-face class, like me, I prefer to read. I mean hard copy, okay, paper. But since MCO ni dah tak boleh buat macam tu, therefore I also start using or start marking online, but I found it is more efficient, okay, if we do straight away using eLEAP, okay. So before I proceed, I want to ask this one, okay. How did you mark your student assessment, okay, especially now lah, okay, in online class ni, and then how actually you transfer the mark, okay, from whatever lah, if you, let's say you print out and then you mark manually, okay, how you transfer the mark into MyMark system. Ada tak siapa-siapa boleh share macam mana you guys actually let's say lah online quiz lah. Okay, we take online quiz first lah. We take online quiz, kita dah buat quiz, okay, in eLEAP. Okay. And then let's say, dalam quiz tu let's say in that quiz ada 10 soalan. Student ada mark. If you use it, then the will mark for you, right? Okay. Ada 10 soalan, tapi markah dia, okay, you want to say lah 5% out of the total mark of your course. Okay, tapi soalan ada 10. Okay. So how you actually do that conversion, okay, and then how you actually lepas student dah jawab, markah dia dah ada dalam eLEAP tu, how you actually input the mark in from the eLEAP tu into your MyMark system. You buat manual ke, buat macam mana? Boleh tak siapa-siapa tolong share, sebab I want to at least
kita buat manual.
So maksud dia macam Kak Yong tengok result quiz diorang dalam eLEAP, lepas tu Kak Yong buka Excel, lepas tu masuk manual, macam tu lah.
Taklah, maksudnya kita boleh import dalam Excel, lepas tu kita convert balik.
Lepas tu baru masuk dalam, masuk dalam Excel tu. Satu-satu lah maksud dia.
Masuk dalam Excel, taklah, sebab macam kita transfer ke main apa tu yang kita download daripada MyMark tu, kita guna apa tu namanya, VLOOKUP.
Okay. Okay, at least Kak Yong dah pakai VLOOKUP. Okay. Yang lain orang lain semua pakai VLOOKUP ke? Ataupun you guys buat manual, meaning you buka eLEAP, lepas tu you buka you punya Excel, lepas tu you masuk satu-satu.
Ya, betul. Copy and paste.
Buat macam tu, ataupun copy and paste. Okay, itu okay, saya rasa ramai buat macam tu lah. Okay, that's one. Okay, so kalau macam tu ada soalan 10 tapi markah dia 5 saja, so you kena convert dulu lah.
Convert dulu, buat formula.
Convert
dulu lah, kira tekan calculator lah. Mungkin some of you kira pakai Excel, some of you mungkin tekan calculator lah kan. Okay, tak apa. Okay, and then next is group assignment. Contoh group assignment. Okay, what I want to know is macam mana you ask your student to submit. Wajib semua orang submit walaupun dia group assignment, ataupun seorang saja Macam mana?
Wajib semua.
Wajib semua?
Orang saja.
Okey, ada yang wajib semua, ada yang seorang saja. Okey, lepas tu macam mana markah tu? Sebab dia group kan, contohlah tak kisahlah dia hantar semua ke, dia hantar seorang ke. Lepas tu macam mana you mark, lepas tu markah tu kan as a group. So macam mana you nak tahu, okey, yang ini siapa, so you buka cari satu-satu dalam Excel tu, lepas tu okey, contohlah you tengah marking group assignment untuk group nombor 3 contoh group nombor 3. So dia dalam tu ada Ali, ada Abu, okey. Lepas tu ada Muhammad, contohlah 3 orang. Okey. So macam mana nak masuk markah tu?
Satu-satu.
Satu-satu lah. So you buka report, tengok siapa ada member, lepas tu masuk satu-satu. Macam tu.
Betul, malu I. Tapi itulah kenyataannya.
Okey, tak apa. Ya, ini sebab okey, ada pakai group setting, okey. Group setting tu okey. Maksudnya dia boleh seorang masuk I believe yang ini mungkin yang tu submission lah kan. Okay, in terms of marking tu, key in markah tu. Okay, mostly ramai mungkin buat macam tu lah. Saya pun dulu buat macam tu juga. Okay, I mean buka report tu tengok nama siapa dekat depan. Okay, so you identify who's the group members and then after you give mark to that group, then masuk satu-satu lah. You search for the name in eLEAP ataupun not eLEAP, in MyMark, okay, or ataupun buat create group dulu, tapi yang tu dalam Excel lah. Ya.
Ya, satu-satu. Terima kasih.
Ni dia cakap create group, maksudnya mungkin you buat group tu tapi dalam Excel. Is it dalam Excel?
Dr. K, dalam eLEAP.
Okey. Okey, yang itu bagus. At least ada orang yang at least dah tahulah. Okey. Okey. Pakai group dalam eLEAP. Okey. So at least ada yang dah tahu, ada yang memang buat manually, totally manual. Okay, so this course, yang ni saya dah cakap kan, kita skip yang ni. So the objective of this these sections lah, okay, just to understand the gradebook function, that is the first objective, okay. Then I think it's more on discussion, we share, okay. So I share what I did, okay, in marking ataupun grading student assessment in eLEAP, and then how I manage mark, especially how to transfer mark between eLEAP and MyMark. Okay. So but in summary, the objective is actually how to make our life easier. Okay. How to make our life easier, especially with regards to marking and key in the input to MyMark. Okay, first mungkin semua orang boleh pergi eLEAP kalau sambil-sambil buka Zoom ni kan. Okay, if you go to eLEAP, okay, and let's say for I believe almost all activities like assignment, okay, ataupun quiz, dia ada there's one features, okay. Contoh you tekan any quiz ataupun assignment, okay, dekat atas ni, yang ni saya dah minimize dia punya ni okay. So ini availability tu where you set all those dia punya deadline, everything. And then at the bottom ada grade kat sini. So this is actually where you set how you want to manage the grade for that activity lah. Okay. Then if you go to your dashboard, okay, your home page of your eLEAP page tu, left side, not left, right side of your page ada activity, okay, and then course ada gradebook setup. So this is where actually all the grades you do using eLEAP, okay, this is where you can do all the grades of your student and then this is where you can export or import your student marks. Okay, saya buat hands-on sikit lah. Okay, sebab kalau tunjuk pun kat sini rasanya tak faham. So cuma saya just nak explain a bit. So what is the benefit of you you mark assessment in eLEAP, and then you gradebook setup. Okay, for me, benefit is less time to mark those assessment, definitely, and then your marks are auto calculated. Contoh macam tadi saya tanya yang quiz tadi kan. Okay, you have 10 questions, but you only want to allocate 5% of your total mark cost tu. Okay, so ramai yang buat manually calculated lah. Mungkin ada yang calculate tu use Excel. Okay, you transfer saja kan. Okay, you buat formula bahagi 2, contoh lah kan. Okay, maybe some of you tekan calculator. Okay, but if guna eLEAP, you tak perlu buat semua tu. Okay, you don't need to do all those things. Tapi you kena set betul-betul lah dalam eLEAP tu. Okay, so if you use a correct setting, all those marks are auto calculated. Okay, contohlah you nak buat soalan ada 13, markah 8. Susah tu kalau nak bahagi pun kan. Kalau 10 jadi 5, okey lah, you senang boleh kira dalam kepala je, bahagi 2. But if let's say soalan ada 13, markah you nak bagi 8. Okay, dan tu confirm kena guna Excel ataupun kena tekan calculator. Tapi kalau if you set, okay, if your setting is right in eLEAP, all of them are actually auto calculated. You tak perlu buat apa-apa. Okay, and then using gradebooks, if you mark your student assessment in eLEAP, your student, okay, can view their marks, okay, their grades ataupun marks lah, okay, in individualized report. Okay, contohnya nanti saya tunjuklah, ataupun saya boleh kot tunjuk. Okay, saya rasa saya tunjuk terus kot apa saya maksudkan dengan yang ni. Okay, contoh boleh nampak kan saya punya eLEAP kan? Okay,
Nampak.
nampak kan? Okay, contoh pergi gradebook setup. Okay, yang ini saya dah buat, saya suruh konon-konon lah. Okay. Saya buat untuk demo, saya minta my students, okay, help me to submit something lah dalam ni. Okay, yang ni gradebook setup okay, kalau you buka gradebook setup dia akan banyak lah function. I don't know all the functions, but at least the basic one lah. Okay, so you can view all your students punya assessment, dia punya, and then the mark dekat sini. Contoh yang ni saya buat acah-acah, yang ni online quiz demo. Okay, yang ni pun ada demo juga kot. Okay, demo 1, and then yang ni demo, demo. Okay, tapi yang ni tak ada markah lagi lah. Contoh lah, yang ni saya dah buat untuk only for this course actually. Saya buat simple quiz, 3 soalan suruh student tembak. Okay, yang ni dah ada markah. Okay, so contoh lah. Okay, student dia boleh view dia punya markah, dia akan nampak macam ni. Kalau dia pergi, okay, dia punya page, ni student view student, dia akan nampak macam ni. Dia dapat tahu, dia dapat markah 4.67. Kalau if you, let's say dah, yang ni sebab saya set up. Okay. Ini sebenarnya ada 6 ni, tapi saya hide. Okay, contohlah, I show this one. Okay, and then we can hide and show which assessment that we want to reveal the marks to the students. Okay, tadi saya show 1 saja, online quiz. Okay, sekarang saya dah show yang 3 ni, ada demo. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So let's go back to students punya. Mana student yang ada semua markah? Contoh student ni. Student yang dia buat. Okay, contoh student yang Sharon ya. Okay.
Gentle on your skin. Berry C protects you from infections.
Okay. So if you show, okay, you set up dalam gradebook tu, okay, you show all these three, and then you dah marking, okay, you mark in eLEAP, okay, student boleh tengok dia dah dapat markah berapa. Okay, yang ni total markah dia 25%. 25% lah, maksud dia maksimum dia 25% lah daripada total cost. So dia dapat 12.5. Okay, yang ni saya tak marking lagi ya. Okay, so kosong lah, dia tunjuk kosong. Yang ni online quiz memang kita tak perlu marking because it's automatic. I use just true and false and MCQ. So yang tu dah auto calculated. From 7, dia dapat 2.33. So from eLEAP, once you done all the marking, okay, if you want to reveal the marks to students, dia boleh tengok. And dia akan dapat tahu macam ni lah, individualized. So you don't need to, sometimes dulu saya pernah juga because the student ask for their marks. Okay, so what I do, I print out from Excel yang saya key in satu-satu tu. Okay, so I template dia dekat, upload dia dekat eLEAP. Semua orang boleh tengok orang lain punya markah dalam tu. But if you do like this, okay, dia boleh tahu dia punya markah saja. Okay, so that is one good thing about if you mark and then use this gradebook dalam eLEAP lah. Okay, so let's say lah, for example, okay, you tak sempat because we students can view their carry marks, right? But normally the system only allow them to view the carry marks only about 1 week. Betul kan Kak Yong kan?
Ya, betul.
1 week. Okay, tapi contohlah sometimes kita banyak kerja, kita tak sempat nak habiskan marking. So tapi kita memang tengah marking cuma tak sempat. Once kita upload in MyMark, okay, the system close for students to view their carry mark. Okay, but if you do all the markings in eLEAP, okay, you don't have that time limitation. So student, as long as you do all the markings in eLEAP, dia boleh tengoklah markah dia sampai bila-bila pun. Okay, unless you hide lah. Okay, macam tadi saya hide 2 ni tadi. Okay, first time. Sekarang saya dah show, okay, dia boleh nampak semua. Total cost dia berapa pun, dia boleh tahu. But then, okay, make sure whatever grades yang dia dapat dekat sini, yang itulah yang you masuk dalam itulah dalam MyMark. Okay, jangan nanti dia dapat 2.33. Bila you key in, you bunda akan jadi 2 pula. Kesian student tu. Okay. Kalau bagi markah lebih tu dia tak complain lah kan. Okay, so okay, that is one good thing about this grade books lah. Okay, in eLEAP. And then next, you can another benefit is, okay, you can export all your student punya marks, okay, into Excel, and then tadi Kak Yong pun dah she mentioned that she use VLOOKUP, okay, so you can use that, okay, to export ataupun to copy paste lah, okay, basically VLOOKUP tu macam copy paste juga actually, okay, cuma it is automatic, okay, into your Excel that you download from MyMark. Okay, and then other than that, okay, actually you also can import marks into eLEAP. Okay, tapi I think for this session I will not touch on this. Okay, saya takkan touch yang ni lah. Okay, yang ni contoh lah kan, you ada markah peer assessment. Okay, so far saya tak tahu lagi macam mana nak buat peer assessment dalam eLEAP. I mean yang automatic lah. Saya buat peer assessment using eLEAP as well, using survey. But then the calculation tu, okay, saya tak tahu lagi lah macam mana nak buat auto. Okay, belum explore lagi sampai situ. But then let's say lah, okay, there's certain assessment that you mark manually ataupun you calculate manually, and then you want to let your student know, but you want to put it in eLEAP. So actually you can import from Excel, okay, into eLEAP. Boleh. Okay, import. Walaupun you tak buat grading ataupun marking in eLEAP, but then you can just import the marks into eLEAP. Boleh, tak ada masalah. Tapi yang ni saya tak nak touch lah. Yang ni complicated sikit. And saya sendiri pun jarang guna. Okay. So first, I want to touch on grade setup for online quiz. Okay, so in online quiz, if you want to set your quiz, there are two things or two setting tu, okay, ada dekat dua tempat. Okay, for to make the setting for the grades. Okay, the first one is in edit setting. The second one in edit quiz. Okay, and then in edit settings, setting that you can do, okay, is this one, attempt allow and grading method. And in edit quiz, okay, this one, maximum mark, maximum grades, and then in individual questions, so ada juga lah setting that you can do. Okay, yang ni just for the slide lah, tapi saya akan tunjuk dalam eLEAP. Okay, macam mana kita buat Okay, let's say kita buat demo lah. Okay, yang ni kita buat from scratch supaya semua orang dapat tengok. Kak Yong ada ni tak? Apa? Record tak? Ada record tak?
Ada record.
Okay, let's say kita nak buat quiz Okay, first one kita klik yang ini lah kan. Mana quiz? Quiz. Mana dia ni? Quiz.
Dekat bawah Ujai, bawah.
Ya.
Nombor 2 dari bawah.
2 dari bawah. Okay. Quiz. Okay, contoh yang ni demo quiz lah. Okay. Yang ni up to you lah. Timing, saya tak nak touch on this one. Okay. Saya nak touch on grades. Okay, grades ni this one you cannot change. Okay, yang ini pun grade to pass, just ignore. Okay, the most important thing is this one, time allowed. Okay, biasanya kita set satu sekali je. Okay, but if you want to give students, okay, macam chance lah, mungkin first time dia buat salah ke, lepas tu dia boleh buat second time. Okay, if you want to set multiple attempts, okay, nanti grading method ni will appear. Okay, so and this is where you choose how actually the final grade tu is calculated. Okay, let's say you set 2 attempts. Okay, adakah dia akan ambil the highest between from the 2 ataupun average from the 2, ataupun dia akan first attempt. First attempt ni maksud dia attempt yang kali pertama dia ambil. Okay, tak kisahlah yang kali kedua tu dia ada lagi tinggi ke, dia akan ambil yang first attempt ataupun last attempt. Okay, yang ini you can choose lah if you set multiple attempt. Okay, biasanya I just buat sekali. So kalau sekali dia akan automatic dia ambil yang itu sajalah. Okay, and then next, yang ini pun saya suka set juga, review options. Okay, yang ini review options ini, saya rasa ramai juga orang yang tak buat yang ini. Okay, so review option is what happened, okay, after the students answer your quiz. Okay, apa yang dia akan nampak. Biasanya immediately after attempt saya akan bagi tahu, tunjuk mark dia dengan overall feedback saja. Why? If you click this one, tick this one, okay, the attempt, lepas tu whether correct or not, okay. Sometimes by default dia akan tick semua by default. So please untick, okay. But then it's up to you lah. I will untick this one because if you tick here, okay, the student can see which question he get correct and which one dia get wrong. And then there is a possibility dia boleh share jawapan dia yang salah tu dengan kawan dia yang lain. Because sometimes quiz ni you set mungkin in one day, sometimes in 1 week. Okay, mungkin orang tu dia, one student they attempt on the first day and then they screen capture yang dia buat, mana betul, mana salah, and then they pass the dia punya jawapan tu to his friend yang mungkin akan ambil the next day. So for me, I will untick this one, bagi tahu marks and overall feedback. Okay. Okay. So that is in the setting yang ni ya. Yang ini is edit setting ah. Okay. Okay, yang lain ni saya malas nak touch on this. Okay, so let's say save and display. Okay, so kita dah create quiz, but then we have not yet put the question. Okay, sekarang let's say yang ini pun saya takkan touch macam mana nak masuk question bank tu. I won't touch on that because I believe the first Byte-Size that FEB conduct pun on quiz. Okay. Okay, let's say we want to add question Yang ni acah-acah saja Okay. Let's say we want to add we only have 3 questions Okay. Let's say saya ambil dalam question bank saja. Saya dah ada, senang sikit. Okay. Let's say you just want to add 3 questions for this quiz. Okay, 3 question. Tapi markah dia kita nak bagi 5. Contohlah, okay, for this quiz, okay, it will contribute 5% of the total cost mark. 5%. So maksud dia dalam dalam our constructive alignment in our MyMark nanti tu, quiz yang ini contoh 5 markah. But then we only have 3. Okay. So tadi sebab tu saya tanya awal-awal tadi, okay, how do you actually do the conversion? Okay. You tak perlu buat conversion langsung pun sebenarnya. Okay, you set dekat sini maximum grade ni you set 5. Okay, this is where you set ini So make sure, let's say this quiz contribute 5% to your cost. Okay, you tak 5 dekat sini. Kalau from 3 question you nak bagi 8 markah, you set 8. Okay, that one up to you. Okay, saya tak tahu how's your constructive alignment. So it depends on cost Okay, but then you set dekat sini. Okay, and then later dia akan auto calculate marks tadi. Okay, you tak perlu convert lagi. That's first. Okay, second, dekat sini pun ada here for each questions. Okay, there is yang ini kita panggil yang ini maximum grades Tapi dekat bawah ni dia tulis total marks pula. Marks ni apa? Grade ni apa? Okay. Marks ni is total mark for these 3 questions. For example, question number 3 ni dia high level. Contoh contoh saja. Okay. Question number 3 is high level punya question. So you think, okay, the weightage it shouldn't be the same as the first 2 questions. So let's say untuk soalan 3 you nak bagi markah dia lebih sikit. You boleh set dekat sini. So let's say yang ini nak bagi 1.5 marks. 1.5. Sorry, tekan sini, tekan 1.5. So automatic dia akan jadi 3.5 dekat sini. Tapi maximum grade still 8. Maksud dia, okay, portion dekat sini dia markah lebih. Tapi bila dia calculate nanti, okay, dia akan kira markah ni kalau dia dapat betul. If that student answer correctly for this number 3 question, he or she will get 1.5 lah from 1.5. Okay. Yang ni dia akan dapat 1, yang ni akan dapat 1. So eLEAP will calculate how many out of 3.5 times 8. Yang itulah yang student yang dapat. Okay, yang itu jugalah yang akan student dapat view dalam eLEAP nanti. So you don't need to do all the conversion manually. You set dekat sini. Okay, yang ini weightage. Okay, yang ini Okay, yang ini weightage. This one is mark. Mark weightage for each question. Yang ini maximum grade refers to the mark allocations that you set. Okay, for this quiz out of your 100% your course mark tu. Okay. Clear tak? Boleh faham tak so far?
Okay, Jai.
Boleh, clear.
Yeah. So lepas ni Kak Yong tak perlu buat convert dia. Tukar kat sini je.
Okay, alright. Good,
Okay.
good.
Okay. That's and then dalam slide ni pun saya ada cakap lah. Okay. Nanti boleh share juga. Cuma yang ni mungkin tak faham sangat lah kalau saya tak tunjuk. Okay. Yang ni saya adalah some best practice tips or tricks. Okay. Okay. Contoh lah kan. At first, okay, you nak letak quiz ni 8 markah. Okay. Tapi bila you fikir-fikir balik, tapi you think about it, you tiba-tiba nak tukar, bagi 5 markah sajalah. Tapi student dah jawab dah. So macam mana nanti gradebook so dia? Okay, gradebook so it will recalculate even after your student answer the quiz. Tak ada masalah. Okay, contoh student, saya buka satu lagi demo. Okay, sebab yang ni saya dah buat. Yang ni saya dah buat, and then I ask some of my student to just answer. Okay, dah ada 25 orang yang menjawab. Okay. Okay, adalah ni. Okay. Ada 3 soalan saya buat, total mark dia 7. Okay. Adalah dia dapat betul, ada salah kan. Okay. Contohlah, tiba-tiba student dah jawab, okay. Dah ada markah pun. Tapi saya rasa nak bagi markah lebih sikit lah. Instead of 7, saya nak bagi 8. Contoh. So, I still can change. Okay. Okay, cuma you cannot add or remove question. Okay, sebab dah ada orang jawab. But yang ini you boleh tukar lagi. Contoh you nak bagi 8 markah instead of 7. You save je. Okay, lepas tu kalau you pergi result balik. Okay, dia auto calculated from tadi 7 dekat sini kan. Ini dah jadi 8. Lepas tu yang tadi pun 4.67 kot. Dia dah auto calculated 5.33. So no problem, you boleh still tukar. Okay. In fact, not only grades tu, yang ini pun you boleh tukar. Contoh lah kan, you baru sedar soalan nombor 3 ni true and false je. True and false ni tak patut bagi 1 markah macam MCQ biasa. Okay, you nak letak 0.5. Okay. Lepas tu you save lagi sekali. Okay. Dia akan ubah. Tadi kan 5 point something kan. Ni dah jadi 6.4.
Magic.
Okay, so you tak perlu nak fikir macam mana nak convert, nak tekan calculator lah apa semua, tak perlu. You just take it in minute.
Good, good.
Okay. Okay, next, I think that's all for quiz. Okay. Yang ni satu lagi. Yang ni saya pun buat juga biasanya. Okay. Contoh biasanya because some student since online quiz normally we use MCQ true false. Okay. Sometimes student dia malas nak study, dia just hentam sajalah kan. Dapat lah, markah pun kecil je 5. Contoh lah kan. So what I do sometimes I punish student if they get wrong answer. Kita boleh buat macam tu sebenarnya. Okay. Contoh yang ni MCQ tapi but this you must set for each question lah. Let's say we take this question, okay. And then this is the answer. Okay, kalau dia tulis grade 9 tu meaning it is wrong answer lah. Okay, yang ni wrong answer. This is correct answer. Correct answer 100%. Okay. So you can punish actually student. Wrong answer, kalau dia answer wrong, you tak adalah nak punish terus kan. Contoh dia dapat negatif 10 pun boleh. Ataupun let's say this one is dia bukan ada satu saja jawapan yang betul. Contoh dia ada 3 jawapan yang betul. Okay. So here you can change multiple answer allowed. Tapi sebab ada 3, you tak nak students dia main hentam je 3 mana-mana. So kalau dia salah, you can punish them. Okay, meaning they get negative. Contoh okay, choice 1, 2, 3 adalah jawapan yang betul. Okay. So kalau jawapan yang betul, kalau 3 soalan, 3 out of 4 meaning 33.33 lah. So each yang correct answer you give 33.33. Okay. Okay, sebab you tak nak dia orang main hantam saja 3. Okay, mana-mana. So if they answer choice number 4 which is a wrong answer, you punish. Pun boleh buat juga.
Here your frameworks. This is the conceptual framework of this study which use the theory of planned behavior by.
Oh, ni dah masuk lain ni. Okay. Ingatkan nak tanya soalan. Okay. Never mind. Okay. So you can set like this. If you have a multiple answer for a question. So let's say 3 out of 4 is the correct answer. So for each correct answer, you set grades ni 3.33. Okay. And then the wrong answer, okay, if you want to punish them, the students, okay, boleh juga. Okay, kalau you tak nak, you letak sajalah none. Okay. So maksudnya kalau dia jawab yang ini, contohlah, dia jawab yang ini. Kalau you buat macam ni okay, let's say dia jawab choice number 1, number 2, number 4, meaning dia akan dapat markah 66.66 lah out of 1. Okay, so dia akan dapat 0.67 marks. Okay, walaupun dia yang ini dia tak tanda. Okay, so that one up to you lah. Yang ini dah masuk quiz punya setting okay. But you can do that as well lah. Iaitu dah memang you set grades on the question level. Okay, so that is for quiz. Okay, so that's how you can set your quiz punya grading setting. Okay, next is group work. Okay, group assignment. Okay, if you do grading in eLEAP, you only need to key in marks input just one for each group. Okay, sekali saja sebenarnya. Okay, and then, okay, sebab sekali saja, let's say dalam group tu ada 10 orang. Okay, dia akan automatic bagi markah yang sama untuk semua 10 orang. So you don't need to manually key in cari, okay, group 10 ada Abu, ada Ahmad, ada Muhammad. Okay, cari nama dia dalam your Excel. Okay, lepas tu you masuk satu. No, you masuk sekali saja. Okay. And then, of course, you can export. Yang ini saya akan touch lepas ni. Yang ini not only for group work, but for any type of assignment that you mark in eLEAP. Okay, you can export. And then using eLEAP, okay, yang ini pun I just discovered this last semester, tapi saya tak ada masa untuk to make rubric in eLEAP yet. But this semester saya dah start buat lah. Okay, actually you can create your rubric in eLEAP. So you don't need to have your rubric printed out, lepas tu you bagi markah macam tu, tak perlu. Okay, you boleh set semua dalam eLEAP. Okay, so for the demo, okay, kita akan start with rubric first. Okay, kita akan ikut dia punya proses lah. If you want to make an assignment, of course you need to create the assignment in eLEAP. Okay, and then after that you need to create the rubric, and then you grade in eLEAP. Okay, and then you export. Okay, so I will show you how to do that. Okay, slide pun ada juga kat sini, tapi tak perlulah yang ni. Lepas ni boleh lah ikut slide. I think better for me to just show you how to do that straight away in eLEAP.
Ujai, nanti boleh share slide ke dekat?
Ya, boleh. Memang yang tu saya untuk saya share, tapi lagi senang tengok yang ni aku kan.
Okay, betul. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Untuk group, Okay, first kalau tadi yang saya cakap, I mentioned that you only need to key in just once. Okay, but then before you create the assignment itself, okay, you need to make a group. You need to create groups in eLEAP, and then make sure all of your students, okay, they choose the group in eLEAP. Okay, so saya akan tunjuk contoh dalam tu, how to make group first. Okay, first you go to user. Okay, dalam slide yang ni tak ada sebab saya fokus on assignment itself and grading. Okay, so you go to users here. Okay, ada groups dekat sini. So first make sure you create groups here. Macam ni saya dah ada group untuk my students. Okay, so macam mana nak create groups? Okay, let's say you plan to have 5 groups lah, okay, in your course, 5 contoh saja. Okay, so you click auto create groups. Okay, to create group, I just put in demo lah. Okay. So apa simbol ni? Okay, if you put alias here, okay, ini nanti bila dia create groups, when eLEAP create the groups, it will appear demo group A, demo group B, demo group C. Okay, dia akan pakai alphabet. If you change to hashtag, dia akan pakai numbers. So it will be demo group 1, demo group 2, demo group 3. Okay, so up to you lah, you nak buat macam mana. Okay, let's say kita pakai alias. Okay, so auto create based on number of group. Sebab kita nak create based on number of group, let's say 5. Okay, jadi tak payah risau. Okay, and then here, okay, allocate members. Okay, if you want to have your student to choose their group members, okay, you put no allocation. Okay, but if you want to assign them randomly, you just click random. That one up to you. Okay, so kalau macam ni, you letak randomly 5 group, dia akan eLEAP will auto assign randomly lah into 5 group, these 5 groups. Okay, normally I will use no allocations because I want my students to choose their group members. If they choose their group members, then I will have another activity for eLEAP. Senang kerja saya dah comply satu lagi activity dalam eLEAP. Okay, so that's why selalunya saya akan pakai no allocations. Okay, but for this demo, I will just put random. Okay, sebab yang ni dah masuk group selection punya tutorial pula kan nanti kan. Okay, so I just click random lah. Okay. Then submit. Okay, so dia dah ada keluar dekat sini. Group A dah ada dah 10 orang. And then dia dah assign dah siapa dalam group A, group B, group C, group D, group E. Semua dah ada. Okay. Okay, next. Okay, kita dah buat group. Okay, now kita nak buat dia punya assignment. Okay, let's say klik dia assignment. Yang ni group assignment Okay, group assignment. Okay, let's say assignment. Okay, availability. Okay, ni untuk demo kan. Okay, submission type, let's say you want them to submit a file, then you letak file lah. Okay, ini biar je lah. You nak letak click one pun boleh. Okay. And then here, group submission setting. Okay, so click yes. Okay, click yes, and then require groups to make submission, click yes. So if you click yes, yes, those students who not in the group, dia tak boleh submit. Okay. Dia nak buat individual, contoh. Sir, saya nak buat individual. Confirm dia tak boleh submit. Okay. Sebab memang setting ni hanya siapa yang ada dalam group saja boleh submit. Okay. And then grouping ni pun tak perlu. Okay. Grades here. Okay, grades. Yang ni lain sedikit compare to quiz setting tadi. Dia ada dekat sini. Okay. Here, if let's say this, kalau if you want to create manually, you will letak none lah. Okay, contoh lah kan. Ataupun this assignment, bukan lah. This is not assignment. It is just an activity. There is no mark that you allocate for the activity. Okay, then you click none. But if you want to allocate, let's say we put 25 marks for this report. Okay, contoh jadi group report, 25 marks. So you letak point. Maximum grade 25. Jangan letak 100. By default dia akan tulis 100. Okay, so you key in maximum grade tu, okay, the same as whatever mark allocation that you plan for this assignment. Grading methods, okay. If you want to use a rubric, which I will show you, you letak rubric. Yang dua ni saya tak tahu lagi, jangan tanya saya apa. Simple direct grading meaning you just key in markah aja terus. Dia tak ada rubric. Okay, meaning rubric tu you kena print out sendiri and then you kena kira buat manual semua lah. Okay, which I don't prefer. Okay, since I discovered this, saya tak nak buat lagi simple grading. Okay, because normally we have our own rubric kan. Okay, untuk report. So you use rubric. Okay, yang ini tak perlu kacau pun tak apa. Okay. Then save and display. Okay, since because you choose rubric, okay, nanti they will bring the system will bring you to this page. Okay, so if this is your first time, okay, using rubric, okay, definitely you kena buat ni lah, define new grading form ataupun rubric from scratch. Okay, then ni is where you want to create your rubric in eLEAP. Okay, click here. Okay, contoh demo rubric. Bagi nama lah sikit rubric, sebab nanti when you save, you can use the same rubric for other assessment as well. So better you letak nama betul-betul lah. Okay, rubric for demo group assignment, contoh lah kan. Okay. Okay, description ni tak perlu. Okay, this is where you punya rubric. Okay. So contoh report dia ada introduction, component introduction. Okay. Yang ni edit level. Normally jangan letak poor. Okay, kalau boleh jangan letak macam ni saja. Poor, average, atau and then good. Contoh lah kan, you nak buat 3, ada level dia ada 3. Okay, poor, average, good. Okay, and then bila you marking tu, you tak tahu introduction apa, what is poor actually. Okay, better if you put a bit descriptions lah for each level tu. Poor descriptions of problem, contoh lah kan. Okay, yang ni pun sama lah. Okay, problem. Okay, clear, very clear, contoh lah. You nak buat very clear ke, yang tu ikut suka lah. Okay, and then you have another components on the, let's say, analysis. Okay, this one, correct use of okay. Ada ni Dia pun yang ni kena fikir sendiri ya. Somewhat correct. Kalau ada soalan tolong tanya. Can you speak, talk jangan tulis kat chat because I tak tengok chat time saya share screen. Okay, and then okay. Okay. Contoh introduction you nak buat 3 level. Analysis you nak buat 4 level pun boleh. Okay, tak ada masalah. So ini use of analysis and use of result contohlah. Okay. Contohlah you just nak bagi beza kan. Okay. And then let's say tambah lagi lah. Okay. Yang ni you nak buat recommendation. Okay. You nak buat 2 je lah, malas lah. Nak buat sampai 4. Okay, pun boleh, tak ada masalah. Okay. Okay. Okay, ini je lah kan. Okay. Iaitu dia punya rubrik. Okay, let's say lah you ada 3 komponen saja. Okay. And then lepas tu, okay, let's say analysis tu you want to have somehow the analysis part dia ada weightage yang tinggi sikit. Okay. Contoh contoh yang ni kita buang lah yang ni. Okay. Contoh. Okay. Introduction analysis level dia ada same level until you have 3 level for introduction and analysis. But the focus of this assignment, you want to see how they analyze the problem, for example lah. Okay. So you want to have the components of analysis ni markah dia tinggi. So if you want to have a slightly higher weightage on this component analysis, jangan tambah level lah. Tambah level nanti you kena you need to explain or describe, okay, level ni macam mana, level ni macam mana. No, you change at points kat sini. Okay, let's say for example introduction weightage dia 1 saja. Analysis weightage dia contohnya dia triple weightage introduction, meaning dia 3 kali ganda lah. Okay. So yang ni kosong darab 3 kosong juga lah kan. Yang ni jadi 3 points instead of 1. Okay. So yang ini pun dia akan jadi 6. Okay. So you can change. Weightage tu you need to change manually dekat for each components, criteria and each level. Okay, you can change. Okay. Tak perlu sama lah. Yang ni kalau you nak buat bagi yang ini 1 contoh pun boleh. Yang ni 1.5 pun boleh. Up to you. Okay. But by default dia akan 0, 1, 2. Okay. Kalau you nak buat yang ni 0 to 1 to 3 pun boleh. Tak ada masalah. Okay. Yang ni depends on how you want to set your rubrics. Okay. Now let's say lah, okay. This is your rubric. Okay. And then this is the rubric options. Okay. Rubric option ni normally I just biar je semua ni. Okay. And then if the rubric is ready, okay, you save rubric and make it ready. Let's say you belum fikir lagi, you baru fikir 3 kriteria ni, but you think you want to have some other criteria as well, but then you have not yet decide on the descriptions, the weightage, everything. Okay, then you save as draft first. Okay. Okay, let's say your rubric, this one is complete, then save rubric and make it ready. Okay. Okay. Group submitted. Okay. Okay. Sekejap ah. Semua kenapa groups kosong? I think I need to check here. Okay. Oh, okay. Sebab tadi saya create sebab student saya dah create 2 group. Okay, so they are into 2 groups. Sebab tu dia dekat sini kosong. Okay, tak apa. I think I delete this demo group assignment first. Sebab tadi saya nak tunjuk macam mana nak set saja. Actually saya dah buat dah pun. Ni. Group project report assignment demo. Okay, I delete this one first. Okay, so after you create your rubric, everything, nanti dia akan keluar page macam ni. Oh, sorry. I need to change. I need to delete the demo group just now. Okay. Now should be okay. Okay. So in my class, okay, yang untuk online business management, I have 13 groups. Okay. So if you make a group submission setting tadi, instead of they put participant, let's say 50 for this class, I have 50 students currently. Instead of 50, it will show the number of group. Okay, and then if you just create the assignment, okay, submitted ni of course 0 lah. Tapi yang ni saya dah minta student saya tolong acah-acah hantar assignment. Okay. So dia dah ada 9 group yang submit. Okay. So you grade in eLEAP. So I show you how to do your grading in eLEAP. Okay. So you can view all assignment, view all submission better. Jangan tekan grade terus. Okay. View all submissions. Okay. So from here you tahulah siapa yang dah hantar, siapa yang belum hantar. Okay. Okay, let's say we want to grade or mark submission for group 1 first. Okay. So you tekan je grade. Okay. Yang ni dia hantar apa ni, video, tak kisahlah kan. Okay, let's say dia hantar report. Okay, you buka report tu, you boleh baca. Then this is the rubric. Okay, you tekan je. Yang ni tadi saya tak buat dia punya description sebab saya malas nak copy paste lagi. Okay, so saya just letak no component, improvement, acceptable, exemplary. Okay. Kalau boleh buat yang ada description lah. Okay, saya ada lagi satu rubric. Yang ni yang second rubric saya tak habis buat lagi. Okay. Okay, yang ini dia tak tulis point kan. Sekejap. I think I need to change the setting. Create. Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. Once you save as ready your rubric, you tak boleh tukar lagi ya. Okay, dia memang takkan keluar. Okay, dekat sini dia tak nampak point tu berapa. Sebab tu saya letak 0, 1, 2, 3. Nasib baik saya letak. Okay, so if you you set yang setting tadi, you just tick everything, okay, dia akan keluar. Okay, yang ini 0 point. Dia akan tulis dekat bawah ni ya. Okay, it will show under the explanation, okay, how much is the point for this level. Okay, let's say this one 0 lah. If you set tadi I mentioned about you set a different weightage. Let's say for executive summary ni you bagi weightage 2. Okay, so yang ini 0, 2, 4, 0, 2, 4, 6 lah dia akan keluar dekat bawah ni. Okay, okay, rubrik tu make sure you set first ah. Okay, apa rubrik tu setting tu make sure you tick all the boxes. Okay, then when you want to grade, you just click. Okay, let's say executive summary, this student dia letak no component, dia tak buat executive summary. Okay, no component. Okay, and then you can give comment. No summary in report, contohlah report. If you want to write the comments, okay. Ini exemplary. Okay, if you want to write comment, you just simply type here. Okay, tekan je. Okay, tekan. Okay, yang ni feedback comments. Okay, overall feedback. Okay, okay, let's say you just nak group report. Okay, please set language contoh kan. Okay, this one. Okay, jangan terlepas yang ni. Scroll sampai habis ha. Habis. This one, yes. Make sure letak yes. Okay, apply grades and feedback to entire group. Then you save change, notify student ni up to you. If you click notify student, they will receive email notification in their siswa email. Okay, selalunya saya tak tick pun. Okay, save change. Okay, if you go to this one back, okay, okay, group 1 dia dah dapat markah 11.46 from 25. Dia auto calculated. You tak perlu lagi kira masuk dalam Excel ke, tekan calculator, you don't need. Okay, based on your rubric tu dia akan kira. Okay, then group 1 semua dah dapat markah. Okay, let's say kita nak buat group satu lagi, group 2 contoh. Group 2 ni submit kan. Okay, contoh saja ni. Okay, okay, good. Okay, then save change. Okay, then group 2 pun dah ada markah. Okay, 10.42. So you don't need to worry about how to convert lah, itulah, inilah. Okay, tak perlu lagi. Okay, now done. Okay, and then let's say you want to, now you dah ada quiz, you dah ada group project. Okay, and then you want to export marks for quiz and marks for group project into eLEAP, into MyMark. Okay, so first you need to make sure you do all your course plan, mapping your question to CLO in MyMark. Make sure you do that first. Okay, then you download the Excel template from MyMark. Okay, saya dah download yang saya punya untuk kursus ni. Contoh yang ini. Okay, dia adalah ni business plan report 25% contoh ah. Ini okay, online quiz pun dah ada 10, 5 saya. Okay, yang tapi blank lah. Okay, because I haven't key in the marks yet. Okay, so make sure you have this one ready first.
Ujai.
Yes.
Ni ada sekejap Ujai, ada soalan daripada Rendra. You nak editing sekarang ke you nak kumpul kemudian?
Apa?
Ada soalan dekat chat, you nak kumpul soalan semua ke atau you nak entertain sekarang?
kalau boleh je entertain sekarang pun boleh.
Dekat chat ni Ray dia tanya, how about if I have 2 class for the same course, let's say research method, and I have test bank quiz for group 1 class, how can I import the test bank to group 1, or is it one test bank is only for one group, cannot be synchronized, and other class group I mean to import to group 2 class? I think that one is very simple, boleh import saja kan?
And I have the test bank for group 1 class. How can I import that test bank to group 1? Oh, meaning Ray, you have 2 different eLEAP page lah. One is for group 1, one is for group 2, is it?
I believe so. Yeah.
If like that, you need to import your test bank. Boleh import and export test bank.
Tak apa, nanti kita buat kemudian.
I think yang itu sebab yang tu dah masuk quiz, okay. I will touch that after this.
Okay, alright.
We concentrate on the grading first, okay.
Okay, alright. Thank you.
Okay. But you can import export test bank as well, okay. Okay, now we want to export, okay, marks from eLEAP to MyMark. Okay, you go to Gradebook setup. Okay, you go to Gradebook setup. Okay, ini tadi, okay, biar aja. Okay, then you go to export. Okay, you go to export, and then you can choose which marks you want to export. Let's say, okay, for submissions of video presentation ni, you belum habis marking lagi, so tak perlu dah export lagi. Okay, so let's say quiz dah siap, okay, total cost pun tak perlu export for me lah. Okay, let's say you just want to export tadi group project sebab kita dah bagi markah. And then we want to export the online quiz. Okay, online quiz. Okay. Then, ini. Sorry, saya pun selalu, setiap kali saya lupa. After you click export, tukar yang ni dulu Excel spreadsheet. Sorry, okay. Okay. Export, Excel. Okay, and then just click whichever component you want. Let's say online quiz tadi, demo 1, and then apa tadi kita buat group project ni kan. Okay, these 2. Export format options. Yang ni marks tadi you nak letak dalam decimal point to decimal point ke, you nak buat 1 ke, you nak buat 3 ke, seperti lah. Okay, saya biar je 2. Okay, then download. Okay, so now dia dah download. This is the view of the Excel file from eLEAP. This one is the one that you download from eLEAP. Okay, because just now you only choose 2 components, which is ini group assignment and then online quiz. Okay, so dia ada markah lah. Okay, sebab yang ni student saya, yang ni demo je, so ada student yang tolong saya, dia ada lah markah. Tapi yang tak tolong saya tu tak ada lah markah kan. Okay, just imagine yang ni semua dah jawab lah kan. Okay, ataupun deadline dah lepas, apa tak ada markah tu dia kosong. Okay, siapa, kalau orang yang tak ada markah kosong, tolong ganti yang ni jadi kosong. Okay, jangan, when you want to transfer to eLEAP, okay, make sure yang ini jangan letak dash. Okay, so you boleh find and select lah. This zero. Okay. First, after you do this, okay, now sekarang kita dah ada 2 Excel. One you download from eLEAP and another one you download from MyMark. This one is from MyMark. Okay. What I would do first, I will copy this worksheet into file yang dalam MyMark. Okay. So create a copy. masuk yang template from MyMark. Okay, letak dia move to end. Okay, so dalam yang ini yang Excel template that you download from MyMark. Okay, hujung sekali ada yang tadi. Okay, now sekarang yang ni group assignment. Okay, tadi yang ni group assignment. Let's say yang itu adalah untuk markah, kita ambil business plan report lah. Okay, business plan report. So you pergi dekat sini. Okay, you tak perlu risau. Ni nombor 1 Ong Yong Sen. Dekat sini nombor 1 Abdul Berry. Tak perlu risau itu, biar je. Okay, because we will use VLOOKUP punya functions. Okay. So what you need to do here, okay, saja VLOOKUP, VLOOKUP. Okay, VLOOKUP ni dia punya function is they will find you call it macam reference ID lah. Okay, so apa reference ID and then what are the informations about that reference ID you want to pull. Okay, that's basically what is VLOOKUP. Okay, so you click the VLOOKUP. Okay, reference ID here we use metric number. Okay, so metric number tekan dekat sini. Okay, comma. Then dekat mana dia nak refer? Dekat mana? Okay, which data? Okay, Excel want to extract from. Okay, so now kita masuk balik worksheet yang grade tadi. Okay, when you go this, okay, yang ini ada juga orang salah. Dia start buat dari sini, salah. Okay, you kena start dari sini. Make sure reference ID dalam worksheet ni adalah sama dengan reference ID yang tadi you letak metric number kan. So make sure you start with metric number dekat sini and then you pilih saja sampai yang quiz dekat sini. Okay, and then you drag sampai bawah. Okay. And then make sure dekat sini kan ada kan dia tulis grades C2. Maksud dia you dah pilih kan. From cell C2 until H51. Ni. Okay. Dekat sini dollar sign. Okay. Dollar sign C, dollar sign 2. Ditambah je dollar sign H, dollar sign 51. Dollar sign ni to make sure that the box tu dia tak berubah. Okay. And then comma. Okay. From this data tadi, okay, sel ke berapa you nak ambil data tu? Contoh okay. You nak ambil, you want to pull out the marks for group assignment. Group assignment from this table tadi, from C2 until H51 okay, it's on the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, the 5th column. So you letak 5. Yang ini jangan salah. Okay, kalau you letak 6, dia akan ambil markah quiz. Okay. So ambil 5. Okay, this one false. Okay, false. Okay, enter. Tutup kurungan, enter. Okay, dia akan cari. Okay, yang ni Ong Yong Sen. Betul ke 12.5 Ong Yong Sen? Okay. Kalau you tak percaya lah kan, tak percaya Excel ni. Okay, tengok betul ke Ong Yong Sen 12.5. Betul lah. Okay. Ataupun tak percaya, ataupun you takut formula you salah kan. Okay, you check lah satu. Once dah betul, you tekan je yang ni, bagi keluar plus sign ni, tekan je ni. Nanti dia akan automatic, dia akan cari, dia Excel will auto look, okay, auto search mark. Okay, so yang tu untuk group. Tadi untuk what about the quiz? Saya ada juga individual assessment ni. Okay. Contohlah quiz tu 10 walaupun grade saya tadi saya set 8 kot. Okay, tak kisahlah kan. Yang ni untuk contoh, I just want to show how you want to perform the import export tadi. Okay, so same goes for this one. Okay, let's say that's why, okay, in satu lagi tips yang ni, if you want to do marking in eLEAP, okay, make sure when you map your CLO to question in MyMark tu, make sure you dah buat siap-siap. Contoh for me, I will have, for this course, I will have 2 quiz. Okay, so make sure in MyMark I letak 2 quiz yang berbeza dekat sini. Jangan you combine, walaupun it is the same CLO. If you combine, you need to recalculate, tambah sendiri manually, lepas tu baru you tambah dekat sini pula. Okay, baru you boleh export. So kalau malas nak buat yang itu, okay, make sure dalam eLEAP, okay, you ada quiz 1, quiz 2. Dalam MyMark pun ada quiz 1, quiz 2. So it is easier for you to transfer later. So yang ini pun sama. Okay, kalau you malas lah, you just copy the formula. Okay, kat sini ni, you copy je formula. Okay. Okay, contoh quiz 1 tadi. Copy je formula, but remember yang ni, nombor yang ni, nombor 5. Kalau nombor 5 tadi, they actually group assignment. Okay, so quiz actually column number 6. Okay, so you tukar column number 6. So tekan enter, and same buat macam ni. Betul tak? Oh, yang send quiz dia 1.6. Okay, contohlah you risau lah, takut salah. Nombor 6 ke, nombor 5 ke, nombor 7 ke. Yang send quiz 1.6. Betul lah tu. Okay, dah habis. Okay, then okay, you can just upload this one in your MyMark. Okay. Okay, I think that's all. So I open the session for ni lah kot, for Q&A. Ada soalan tak?
So far, so good.
Okay, so if you use VLOOKUP, okay, you tak perlu key in satu-satu, okay, and then if you do all the gradings in eLEAP pun, you tak perlu nak risau apa, tersalah group lah, apa semua kan, sebab student memang dia dah auto detect, okay, this student which group and which apa markah yang dia dapat untuk group. Okay. Yes.
Nak tanya.
Ya, tanya je.
Yang markah grading dekat eLEAP tu, student boleh tengok juga kan?
Yang itu up to you. You boleh hide, you boleh show. Tadi you masuk lambat kot. Sikit. Okay, dekat you pergi yang gradebook.
Boleh tunjuk balik tak? How do we macam before we finalize all the marks kan?
Let's say view ni. Okay.
Tak, you share screen ke ni?
Oh, sorry. Okay, boleh nampak kan?
Ya.
You pergi, kita masuk balik sini lah. Okay. You pergi gradebook setup ni. Okay. Kat sini. Awal-awal sekali, kalau you tekan gradebook setup, dia akan masuk this page. So, if you don't want to reveal yet the marks to student, you hide. Kat sini, you boleh hide. Walaupun you dah mark. You dah mark markah tu. Okay, tapi you tak nak bagi tahu lagi, you hide je. Okay. So, yang mana you nak tunjuk lah. So, student, dia akan nampak macam ni. Contoh yang ni view dia. Kalau you tekan yang ni, you boleh nampak view dia. Okay, this is the view. Tadi sebab hide semua yang lain, show only these two, dia akan nampak these two only lah.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright. Thank you.
Tadi sebab tak ada soalan lain, I think I address Ray question. Okay. So if you want to import or export your question bank kan, okay, you go here question bank. Okay. So because you have two different eLEAP page for the same course. Okay. So let's say you go to your question bank and then you just click export. Okay. And then for me, I prefer to use yang ni, model. Ini. Okay. Model. Lepas tu, and then you choose which question bank you want to export. Okay. Dia tak boleh semua. Okay. If it's under same category, yes. Okay. So let's say you choose category yang ni lah, contoh. Okay. Then export question to file. Okay, and then you save somewhere lah in your computer. Okay, and then you go to another one eLEAP page. Okay, and then in that eLEAP page you import pula. Okay, you import, ambil Moodle format. Okay, and then you drag that file that you saved earlier into here, and then you just click import. Okay. Ray, actually you can combine your eLEAP page. Okay, you just need to contact CAM. Okay, to consolidate your page into one page. Like me, okay, I have one more course, which is this one, management science. Okay, I teach two groups and Dr. Sein one group. So we only use one eLEAP page. Okay, but you need to inform CAM lah. Kalau macam ni senang sikit lah. You don't need to maintain two different page for the same course. Okay. Okay. And then kalau even and then you macam group selection tu you boleh buat lah. Okay, based on dia punya kelas mana, group 1, lecture group 1 or lecture group 2. Okay, you can do based on macam ni pun we have some exercise for this course. Okay, submission pun they must do based on groups. Okay.
Uzairi, boleh tambah sikit ke? Kalau let's say Ray, if you ask come to combine, you can also give them the name list so that they can group already. So maksudnya kalau group 1 dia buat exercise, quiz under group 1 sahaja, group 2 under group 2 sahaja. So dia tak masuk dalam mana-mana group. Maksudnya they can only find their name in group 2. But for the quiz, of course, you have to put it group 1, so only group 1 will go there. But you cannot see other students' name. Let's say if you don't provide the name list to come, it will be a bit messy. So that is one of the way for us to make sure that all students in group 1 only answer group 1, and only student in group 1 will appear the list. So CAM is very good in helping us as well. Okay, Jaya, sorry kacau sekejap.
No problem. Okay, ada soalan lain tak?
Uzairi, I have one question.
Yes.
Tak adalah question apa pun, just I wanted to know the difference between the old eLEAP dengan yang new eLEAP. Sebab yang old eLEAP tu rasanya belum cukup explore, dah keluar lagi platform baru. So ada tak perubahannya?
Perubahan dari segi interface, yes. In terms of ini dia punya banyak button dia apa semua. In terms of design interface, more but the rest is the same, cuma ada pertambahan aktiviti. Contoh
Tambahan apa tadi?
aktiviti, yang ini activity
Okay.
and resource. Okay. Kalau dulu tak ada ni, game, crossword, apa semua ni. So yang ini saya pun tak explore. Lepas tu dia ada Google Meet siap lah, apa semua kan. So there are new functions lah. But in terms of the settings, everything is the same.
I see.
Cuma interface saja lain.
And then dekat yang baru ni dia dah tak ada lagi notify kita kan berapa assignment, activity, berapa assessment yang kena ada star tu lagi. So macam mana kita nak monitor our activity tu dah cukup ke tak cukup?
Yang tu star tu tak payah risau sangat rasanya. Cuma make sure kita ada 3, dia biasanya dia nak resource 7.
Masih macam lama lagi lah.
Masih sama yang lama. Dia kena ada either course outline ataupun weekly plan, either one ataupun tak dua-dua pun, yang ni senang je kan. Then, resource 7 which I believe yang tu letak slide 7 dah cukup lah 7. Yang susah sikit pun activity dengan assignment je kan. Activity we need to have 3 activities and then 2 assignment. Okay. That's what
basically the same lah. Basically
the same. Tak ada, so far macam tak ada dengar lagi lah perubahan.
Okay, terima kasih.
Okay, sama. Okay. Ada soalan lain? Kalau yang not really related to grading pun okay je, boleh je tanya. Kalau saya boleh jawab, saya jawab lah. Okay, yang ini saya rasa saya nak share juga. Satu lagi, okay, untuk some of us ask students to submit video. Okay, mine as well lah. They need to do video presentation. So if you ask your student to submit video, some of us sometimes they just ask the students to submit link to video ataupun you use Padlet kan. Okay, suruh submit dekat Padlet. Kalau saya last semester, sebab saya belum discover yang rubrik tu lagi. Okay. Saya baru je discover rubrik tu actually. So once I know that I can do rubrik in eLEAP, okay. So I think it is useful or more convenient lah if you ask students to submit video, but okay, yang ni you kena ajar dia orang sikit lah. Okay, saya dah buat demo tadi. Okay, demo ni. Okay, contoh dalam if you want students to submit video, okay, dalam setting ni, instead of file submission, okay, you letak online text. Jangan letak file submission. Okay, you click online text. Okay, and then let's say students, switch row to student lah. Okay, so this is students punya view lah. Okay, macam mana dia nak submit? Okay. Yang ni sebab saya dah try buat lah. Okay, yang ni saya punya untuk saya punya rubrik lah. Okay. Edit submission. Okay, yang ni sebab saya dah hantar. Kalau student yang first time, okay. Tapi you kena ajar sikit dengan student. Yang ni pun saya ajar student. Okay. Kalau online, if you click online text, dia akan keluar this box. Okay, this text box. So ask them to go here, click here. Jangan letak link dekat sini. Jangan letak link YouTube dekat sini. Okay. Ask them to click here. Ini kan, insert or edit an audio video file. Okay. Click here. And then jangan letak link dekat sini. Click video. Click video and then okay, ask them to upload their video presentation in YouTube. Okay. And then make sure that video tu dia punya privacy setting is not private lah, okay. Okay, let's say lah kita ambil saja lah mana-mana video kan. Mana video contoh lah. Okay, saya pun tak tahu video apa ni. Okay, so dia nak submit video ni, so ask them to copy the YouTube link, okay, masuk dekat sini, okay, insert media. Okay, nanti dia akan keluar box macam ni. Biar dia, kalau kosong apa nampak hitam macam ni pun tak apa. Okay, and then submit lah. Okay. Okay, kenapa saya suruh buat macam tu? Sebab, okay, when you do grading later, okay, sorry, let me switch my normal role. Okay, normal role ni, when you want to grade later, if you use that way, grade, video tu akan terus keluar dekat eLEAP. So you don't need to click and then akan keluar pop-up lah ataupun dia bagi link Google Drive lah, you kena download lah apalah, tak perlu. Okay, so if you ask them to do like that, okay, sambil you tengok video, okay.
Okay, my name is Biman Gandhi. I hail from
Lepas tu you boleh
in Maharashtra,
terus
and
pakai rubrik
professionally
tadi.
I'm a business coach.
Okay.
I'm also a management consultant. So that's my picture.
Yang
Those
ni,
who are not able to
yang ni
view
untuk
it.
demo lah kan.
So professional.
Okay, so sambil you tengok sambil you boleh ni ataupun
Like I said,
yang
I'm
ni
a
boleh
business coach.
you klik
I'm
ni,
also
dia keluar
providing
kat sini.
management consulting activities or management consulting services to a lot of organizations. Like this institute,
Okay.
I'm playing a role of
Bagi
speaker today.
feedback,
So
lepas tu
today
kalau
I
yang
am
ni
the
saya
capacity
set
of speaker.
individual bukan
Sometimes
group.
I'm also writing
Okay.
my thoughts
So
on
bagi
various
markah,
social
save.
media.
Okay. So you tak perlu lagi buka banyak Windows apa semua. Kalau Padlet, dulu saya buat Padlet juga. Tapi Padlet dia punya video pun kecil sebab ramai orang. Okay, lepas tu kalau nak buka besar dia akan pergi dia punya dia akan keluar pop-up yang lain pula, pop-up Windows lain pula. Okay, so you ask them to do like this. Senang. Okay. So tak banyak kerja lah. Okay. Okay, ada soalan lain? Kalau tak ada, I think I can end my session. Boleh pass dekat
Uzairi,
Yes.
conference. Boleh ajar macam ni pola ya kak, group selectionnya. Lupa lah last time you ada ajar kan? Group selection.
Okay, tadi mungkin confirm masuk lambat. Okay, tak apa. Tadi saya tunjuk create group dulu lah. So create group tahu tak tuan?
Lupa lah.
Okay, tak apa, boleh je nak repeat tu, tak ada masalah sangat.
Okay.
Okay, untuk create groups, okay, yang ini pun I think Ray pun mungkin if you want to combine two groups, if you want to combine two lecture group in one eLEAP page, you also can use this. Okay, you go to user, okay, go to user, and then click groups. Okay, ini dalam ni I dah buat group. Okay, tak apa.
Tolong share screen.
Sorry. Asyik lupa je. Sorry. Wait. Share screen. Okay, kita balik dia punya main page lah. Okay, pergi user, you go to user here, and then groups. Okay, if you haven't create groups, kosong lah dekat sini, blank. Okay, so you auto create groups. Kalau create groups meaning dia akan, you kena create satu. Okay, jangan. Okay, buat auto create senang. So auto create groups. Okay, yang ini pun mungkin berguna untuk Ray juga tadi, because you want to combine two lecture group into one eLEAP page kan. Okay, selalunya if I have that kind of macam arrangement or situations, okay, naming ni saya akan letak. Contohlah, one group is on Monday, one group is on Friday. Okay, so saya akan letak Monday group. Okay, I repeat yang Ahmad ni ataupun Elias ni dia akan naming based on alphabet. If you change to hashtag based on numbers. So dia akan create Monday group 1, Monday group 2, Monday group 3, if alias, Monday group A, Monday group B, Monday group C. Okay. Then number of group. Okay, let's say dalam Monday group, you nak ada 5 group. Okay. So, adalah Monday group 1 until Monday group 5. Sorry, yang ini kita pakai alias, meaning Monday group A until Monday group E. Okay. If you want students to choose their group members, make sure you put no allocation. If you want them, you want to assign them randomly, you take randomly. Yang ini ataupun based on alphabetical order pun boleh, ataupun metric number pun boleh, tak ada masalah. Okay, let's say you want, sebab Constant tadi nak tanya macam mana nak buat group selection kan. So buat no allocations. Okay, and then okay. Contoh kita ada 2 kelas kan tadi kan. Grouping ni you buat grouping. Okay. Buat new grouping Monday. You letak Monday class. Kenapa grouping ni? Okay, nanti saya bagi tahu. Okay, and then you submit. Okay, dia akan keluar dekat sini. Kalau you tengok, dia Monday group A, B, C, D, E. Okay, then you create another group for Friday. Contoh kita ada 2 group kan. Auto create group. Now Friday. Friday group A, B, C, D. Yang ini contoh kita ada 6. Mungkin kelas dia besar sikit, ada 6 group. Okay. So yang ini pun no allocation. Okay, grouping pun new grouping Friday class. Then submit. Okay. Okay. So adalah yang ini kan. Okay. Dah ada 2. Monday group dengan untuk Friday. Then you go to, let's say you want students to choose their group. Okay. So here in new eLEAP, okay, in new eLEAP dia ada 2 function pula untuk choose group. Okay, the previous versions of eLEAP dia ada satu saja, group self selection. Mana dia? This one, group self selection. Sekarang ada 2, which is group choice. Apa beza? Saya dah try, godek-godek explore sikit. Yang saya nampak beza lah, I'm not very sure betul ke tak, yang saya nampak beza is group choice. Okay, student dia tak tahu siapa dalam group tu, dia tak boleh nampak nama. Okay, group selections dia boleh nampak siapa yang dah masuk group tu, siapa yang belum, siapa yang dah ada lah dalam group tu. And then group self selection dia ada banyak function sikit yang you boleh that you can allow student to do. Contoh dia nak tukar nama group. Okay, lepas tu dia nak tambah description, macam-macam lah. Okay, compare to group choice. Kalau group choice dia tak boleh buat apa-apa, dia boleh klik je, dia nak masuk group mana, tapi dia pun tak tahu siapa ada dalam tu. Dia cuma yang dia boleh nampak group tu masih penuh ataupun masih available untuk masuk. Yang itu saja. Saya suka pakai group self selection. Okay, sebab memang saya nak bagi dia orang pilih dia orang punya group member, so at least dia orang tahulah siapa dalam group tu kan. So I choose group self selection. So dalam ni, okay, since tadi we have 2 class, class Monday and Friday. So you letak contoh Monday class. Okay, select your group member here, contohlah kita letak macam tu. Okay, sebab yang ni untuk Monday class, sebab yang ni untuk Monday class, okay, dalam select group from groupings you letak Monday class. Okay, Then minimum number. Let's say yang ni maximum number you nak letak 5. Okay, letaklah 5. Okay. So yang ni dia punya yang ni lah. Okay, biasanya saya takkan participant can create group ni, saya takkan letak. Okay, can leave boleh, can join okay. Yang ini pun please untick delete group when last participant leave. Okay, pun untick this one. Okay, then save and display. Okay, student dia akan nampak macam ni lah. Okay, kalau dah ada orang masuk group A, dia akan keluar nama kat sini. So student dia boleh tekan yang inilah, dia nak masuk group A ke group B ke group C, group D. Okay, and then yang ini pun dia boleh tukar group descriptions. Okay, kalau choice tu dia lain sikit. Okay, lepas tu untuk group B, untuk Friday group, then you can do the same as well. Okay, kalau malas you duplicate dia. Okay, kalau malas you duplicate, saya pun duplicate dia kalau ada sangat. Okay, lepas tu yang ini tukar Friday. Okay, tapi you kena tukar dekat sini ya, edit setting. Tadi sebab kita minta Monday class kan. Okay, ini untuk Friday. So Friday class lah. Okay.
Jai, bukan malas Jai. Kita short, kita clever way. In
kita nak become efficient.
Ya, betul. Bukan malas.
Okay, so and then save and display. Okay, so ada Friday group. So apa yang dia buat once dia okay, tapi dekat sini you kena tulis siap dekat sini. Okay, Monday class, Friday class. So dia tahu kalau dia register Monday class, dia kena klik dekat sini. Friday class, klik dekat sini. Okay, kenapa saya suruh buat grouping tadi? Sebab let's say, okay, you want to have group assignment tadi kan. Okay, group assignment. Sebab yang ni satu Monday class, satu Friday class. Assignment ni takkan nak. Okay. Siapa? Okay, boleh dengar tak? Okay. Tiba-tiba unmute pula tadi. Mute pula. Okay. Sometimes you want to have different deadline for different groups. Okay, sebab satu Monday, satu Friday. Contoh lah kan. Okay. So what you can do, let's say kita ambil je assignment yang dah ada dekat sini. Saya nak become efficient. Buat kata kat you. Okay, contoh yang ini. Okay, yang ini memang kamu nak buat untuk Monday class saja. Hantar. Okay, sebab deadline dia contoh hari ini. Contohlah 6 Jun. Yang ni tak kisahlah kan. Contoh dia punya deadline 6 Jun. Dia nak set for this group. So, okay, group submission setting. Yes. Okay, deadline dah. Lepas tu, what you can do is you restrict access. Okay. Add restriction. Okay, kita tekan grouping. Student must, yang ni sebab untuk kelas Monday, must Monday class. So, save and display. Okay. Okay, yang ni sebab saya baru buat. Saya tunjuk course saya lagi satu lah. Apa yang dia akan keluar is if you do like that, okay, yang ni yang if you buat restriction tadi, you buat group, you buat groupings, and then you bila activity tu you buat restrictions, dia akan jadi macam ni. Okay, dia akan jadi macam ni, restricted. Okay, not available unless you belong to a group in, yang ni nama grouping yang ni nama grouping saya dalam kursus ni. Grouping saya ada 3 grouping sebab we have 3 lecture group, group 1, group 2, group 3. So kalau dia belum buat group selection dekat sini, okay, dia memang tak boleh hantar yang ni. Walaupun dia group Dr. Sin, dia memang tak boleh tekan yang ni sebab dia belum pilih select. Hanya orang daripada group Dr. Sin saja boleh submit dekat sini. So kalau you tekan pun, okay, participant 65 sebab kelas Dr. Sin ni memang 65. Dia automatic dia akan capture okay 65 orang yang ada dalam grouping tadi. Kalau tengok kita edit setting kat sini. Restrict access yang ni. Ni grouping. Sebab tu dia keluar yang tu. Okay. So senang. Nanti bila you nak tengok markah, nak tengok siapa yang dah submit assignment ke, belum submit assignment ke, you tahu. Sebab dia akan dia akan terus tunjuk yang siapa yang dalam grup ni saja. Okey. Contoh ada nama 75 orang tu je lah. So saya tahulah siapa yang dah submit, siapa yang belum. Okey. Okey. Ada yang lain?
Jai, kalau group submission tu satu katalah projek, seorang hantar satu je lah kan?
Yes, seorang sekali je. Seorang, tapi orang lain, kalau contohlah si A, group yang sama tapi A dah submit. Lepas tu tiba-tiba B pun submit juga. Dia akan ambil yang latest.
Yang latest Okay. Thank you. Any other question from the participant? I think banyak nak kena revise ni. Kita memang kena tengok balik video recording. Okay.
Sebab yang ni memang kena trial and error lah. Kena try.
No problem. Okay. Any other questions regarding to this?
You can always ask me lah kalau tak tahu yang technical tu memang kena try sendiri. Tapi kalau tak faham juga boleh je datang ketuk bilik kedaya.
Alright, thank you very much, Uzairi. Very, very fruitful. I think it's very, very, very good sharing. Okay, a lot of things that we can learn, and then with the new features in new eLEAP, kita lagi banyak senang kerja kita lah. So without further ado, I would like to call upon our second facilitator, Dr. Janifer, to share on her part on managing the breakout room. So over to you, Jen. Good luck.
I hope I'm able to share my experience of managing Webex and also Zoom breakout session. This one is just to let you know, this is actually based on what I understand and what I experience with my students. So maybe some of the technical part I might not be able to explain further. Okay, that one maybe we can actually explore later on. Okay, but I only have 1 hour, so I hope this is enough to actually share. Okay, so let me just share my screen first. So basically today's session would be, I would like to introduce what is breakout session and why do we need to have breakout sessions, and also how to, most importantly, the main part would be on how to manage the breakout session. All right. So breakout sessions are actually smaller groups that are split off from the main either Webex meeting or Zoom meeting. Okay, both Webex and also Zoom have this feature. Okay, and they actually allow a subset of meeting participants to collaborate and also share ideas over both audio and also video. So basically, I will go straight to managing the breakout session. So far, most of us here are using Webex, and also most of us never use breakout session. Now, before I go further, please rewind or go back to our time before COVID. Okay, before COVID, when we go to class, when we have 3 hours lecture or 2 hours lecture, I believe the first 1 hour will be us standing in front, and maybe other half of the lecture time is for group discussions, or we let students to actually sit down in groups and discuss. I believe some of us have this experience. Okay, but when we move to online class, we find it we were just turn on your Zoom and lecture, share our slides, ask questions in chats, students give feedback in chats, or maybe half of the class, even 70% of the class never turn on the camera. And I believe until week 14, most of them, 90% of them never talk in the class. I mean, never say anything during class hour. The common things that we see is hujung kelas nanti baru dia kata thank you doktor, thank you madam. Betul tak? That's what.
Betul, sangat betul.
Betul, barulah tahu ada orang rupanya.
Sometimes we feel like we're talking alone, and then participation level was really low, and sometimes kita menyalahkan pelajar. Kita kata you guys are not participating enough in class. When we ask questions you don't want to answer, but sebenarnya it's either they have their own views. It's just that to give views in big groups is not as easy. Okay, bila kita macam marketing, lagi sekali this is based on experience. My students tak pernah kurang daripada 100 when it comes to online class, both Webex or Zoom. Kalau I'm lucky in one class, I boleh dapat below 100, I'm very happy. Tapi selalunya in the case of marketing, memang satu kelas lebih daripada 100. So even though I subscribe Zoom, sometimes I kena pakai juga Webex sebab my Zoom is limited to only 100. So looking at this breakout sessions, dulu I tak suka. Personally, I tak suka pakai Webex breakout session, because if I use Webex breakout session, I have to split or choose who goes to which room. And I tell you, managing 100 to click seorang demi seorang untuk hantar ke breakout session, each of them breakout session is a hassle. So I give up. Last time I used to give up using breakout session. In fact, but the true fact about marketing class is because I'm teaching marketing, okay, for those of you who are not from ICB, because I'm teaching marketing requires a lot of brainstorming, and brainstorming is effective in smaller groups. So the things that I enjoy during class time, physical class time, yang face-to-face class is what I always do every week is after lecture, there's always, I break them out into, you go sit in your group and discuss, and I will go from group to group to ask them how they are doing. But with Zoom and Webex last year, when we just started using Zoom and Webex, I find it difficult to actually do this, okay? But with the upgrade of Webex and also Zoom, this breakout session has become better, I believe, based on the feedback. So now, what I want to share with you guys is actually how to actually start using breakout rooms. And I believe once you start, at first it might be hard, but it is possible to actually do. Okay, so that it will not be like thank you at the end of your lecture sahaja yang you dengar suara student. Okay, with these breakout rooms, I believe that if you know how to manage it, you will be able to see, rupa-rupanya ini rupanya muka yang masuk kelas saya. Bila dalam breakout rooms, dia orang akan buka kamera because it's just 5 or 6 of them in one breakout rooms. Okay, so in smaller groups, they are not that shy compared to in big groups. Okay, now, so how to enable breakout rooms in meeting? Okay, this is some of my screenshot, and so some I got it also from Google. Okay, but most of it are from my own class, which I managed to screenshot yesterday. So kalau you nampak gambar-gambar muka-muka yang familiar tu, mungkin you know lah because this is FEB students. Okay, so first of all, you can do breakout session 2 ways: during the meeting or before the meeting, or before the class. Okay, so this one is how to enable breakout rooms in meeting. Okay, normally when the meeting starts, you will see this button. If you didn't see this button, I hope you can see my pointers here. If you can't see this button, then you must go to meeting button here, or this breakout session up here, and you can click on enable breakout session. Okay, and of course you select the breakout tab, choose enable breakout session, and once you already enable it, okay, the breakout session will appear with a check mark, this check mark button lah, okay, and will appear at the bottom of the menu bar. Sometimes, in my case, I already did it before the meeting, so it's already here. Okay, so there are 2 ways on how to do this. Okay, but only host or co-host can have the breakout sessions assignment dialog box open at one time. Okay, meaning if you have 2 co-hosts, only one, let's say you have host and co-host. Co-host cannot do that, but only host can do it. Okay, but normally in our individual class, we are the only host. Okay, all right. Now, you can also pre-assign participants breakout room and enable breakout sessions before the meeting starts. Okay, this one you have to go to Webex website, log in, and go to the settings for each of your meeting. Let's say you just schedule the meeting, and there is an edit button. Okay, edit button, and you scroll down a bit. I will show also the screenshot later. You scroll down a bit and you see breakout sessions, and just check this box, enable breakout sessions. All right. So add all of your attendees. You don't have to add attendees pun boleh. It's up to you. Okay. If you have the email address boleh. Tapi kalau tak nak pun tak apa. You just click on this button, enable breakout sessions. Okay. And then when you go back to your when you go back to your when you start your meeting, then you will see the breakout session button below. Okay. So navigate to the show advanced options. Yeah, scroll down, and under show advanced options, click on the scheduling options and check the enable breakout session checkbox like this. Okay, this is pretty easy to do. Okay, and after that, if you want to prepare siap-siap how many sessions or how many breakout rooms you want, you can do that too. And what you can do is you just assign how many participants to how many sessions. But so far, in my case, I never do this. I just enable breakout sessions and save the meeting. And depending on how many actually attend my class, ataupun depending on the group, macam yang Uzairi ajar tadi, group yang you dah set dalam eLEAP, if you know that there are 10 groups, then you akan assign 10 sessions also dalam Webex. Understand? Okay, please stop me if I'm talking too fast. Okay, all right. So by default, the breakout rooms are named breakout session 1, 2, and 3. But you can also rename this. Let's say you want to name it like, okay, room 1 or room 2 or session 1 or session 2. It's up to you. You can rename it. Okay, just click on this, rename, and then enter a new name. Okay, all right. So when you're finished with pre-assigning the participants, just click create and then finish. Then it's ready. When you start the meeting, breakout sessions according to the number that you have created and according to the name that you have created will appear dalam your Webex meeting. Dia akan ada dekat bawah tu button. When you click on that breakout session, dia akan muncul. So when you're finished, click create and then finish scheduling lah. Dia sama je benda ni, point sama je. Okay. Now, on how to assign participants to a breakout room during the meeting. Okay, so if you see the screenshot, this is based on what I did in my class. Okay, I don't know because this is too small, I know, but if you read my PDF later, I will give you my PDF that you can see. Okay, you can create a number of groups during the meeting also boleh. You have the option of doing it before the meeting or during the meeting. Okay. And the best thing about Webex now, based on you have to update the latest Webex version, the other version 41 something, 41 point something lah, dia punya the latest one. Okay, choose between whether you want to do it automatically or manually assign. For me, of course, yang ni macam Dr. Mani cakap lah, dia bukan malas, tapi dia cara bijak, automatically. So either automatically ataupun student boleh pilih sendiri. They can choose. Dia ada tiga option dekat bawah ni. 1 is assign manually, 2 is assign automatically, and 3 let the participant choose their own group. Biar dia pilih sendiri bilik mana dia nak masuk ataupun session mana dia nak masuk. Right? Normally, in my case, based on my experience, I will ask them to choose. Kan dalam eLEAP tadi dia dah pilih group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4 ataupun group A, group B, group 3, group C, group D. Okay? They can choose according to the number or the letter that they have choose in eLEAP, and you letak dalam and put it in Webex. Dekat eLEAP, macam Uzairi ajar tadi, kita boleh kalau guna alias, it's going to be A, B, C. Kalau kita set group tu guna hashtag, dia akan jadi number 1, 2, 3. In my case, I always use group guna hashtag. Bila kita guna hashtag dalam eLEAP, dia akan jadi nombor. So group 1, group 2, group 3. So students, bila dia dah set group di dalam eLEAP, they can go to Webex and I will ask them to choose the room according to the same number of their eLEAP group. So let's say in eLEAP group, their group is group 1. So So when they go to Webex, they were going to go for breakout session 1. So this will save time for the group members to actually know which group to join. Okay, and also, right, so this is how it looks like. I would normally let participants choose any session, and I click on create the assignments. It can be, this is actually they call it create assignments in Webex. Okay, then after you create, let's say macam ni, kelas I besar 100 lebih 100 plus students of all marketing second year. So 20, I created 20 groups. So there will be a list of, once I click create assignments, it will become like this. There are 20 groups. Masih kosong lah because they haven't choose, right? So once you click on start breakout session, there is another green button here. Then this green button will become red and dia akan letak dekat situ, dia akan bertukar jadi end all breakout sessions. Alright. So students can choose from all the 20 breakout sessions or 21, but in this case I bought 21. Okay, they can choose from any number that they want. Normally they will follow their group members. Okay, so once they join any of the breakout sessions, okay, then you will see the names on each breakout session. Their name will be there. They will disappear from the main room and they will go to this. They will be in the breakout session. You can also do manually. Okay, you can manually choose which participants you want to assign for each room. Certain times, based on experience, some of my students, they say I cannot see the join button. Okay, if they say they cannot see the join button, you have to ask them which room you want to go, and you have to manually assign them to which room number. But in my case, only a few. Yes.
During the breakout session, pensyarah berada di bilik mana, di room mana, which room?
I can be in main session, and I can also be in any of the breakout sessions. I can jump from one room to another. Dr. Wani?
The question from Nordiana dekat chat.
Okay. Oh, okay. I can.
I tolong because when you are
Dr.
dekat chat lah.
Nana, pensyarah di which room? I can be in any room. I can choose. Lepas ni I tunjuk, sabar. Lepas ni I tunjuk, I can be in the main room. Tapi bila semua dah keluar daripada main room, semua dah masuk breakout room, tinggal I seorang lah dekat main room tu. So macam awkward lah, kenapa aku seorang kat sini kan.
So which mean bila monitoring tu kita kena pergi setiap break room lah.
You can go to any breakout rooms or you can stay in the main chat. Okay. Main chat pula, main room.
Okay.
Dia macam ni, kalau dia perlukan you, dia akan ada help button. This is what I like about Webex. Dalam Zoom, I tak jumpa help button ni. I ask the students, do you see help button? Dia kata tak ada, dalam Zoom tak ada, dalam Webex ada. Okay, so you can choose to be in any room. Okay, this is what I like about this. Dia macam tiba-tiba you muncul dekat dia punya session, dia terkejut lah. Tapi dia boleh tahu you masuk sebab you muka you termuncul ataupun nama you akan muncul. Okay, so I can, nampak tak dia ada button? Okay, sudah. Next. Okay, nampak tak ada button join ni? Kalau you adalah seorang host, you can join any room. Co-host also the same. You can join any room. Okay. So once they're already in their own rooms, I can see, okay, room 1, Chai. Room Chai, Muhammad Iman ke, Alice ke, dia dekat room mana. I boleh tahu siapa dekat room mana. Okay. As a host, I can see that. Alright. And I can also see siapa yang belum masuk any room. So I akan tanya, kenapa you guys masih dekat main room? Do you guys need help? So if they need help to do manually, I can manually assign them to which group they want to go to. Okay, itu satu. Now, I can also broadcast message to all sessions. Dia macam buat announcement lah. Okay, so let's say you want to remind them, okay, please start on your discussion. So I just click on this button. Nampak tak perkataan broadcast ni? Ada satu perkataan broadcast ni, kalau you click this one, yang button this page akan muncul. So what I said is, what you want to say to them, you type it there and you can choose whether you want to send to all sessions ke ataupun all participants. In this case, I want to tell all what they should do, what topic they should discuss, and click on the help button if you need me. So I can just click, lepas I type, I can choose send. So all groups yang dalam breakout sessions ni, dia akan nampak message yang sama. Kalau I hantar dekat chat, dia tak akan masuk. Because chat dekat main session, nobody there anymore. So I have to use the broadcast message. So they will see that in their own breakout session. Alright. So this is what happen if I choose, contoh I nak masuk group breakout session 9. Saya akan masuk dan dia orang akan nampak I. Sengih-sengih lah dia orang bila nampak lecturer masuk. Okay. And in this, nampak tak? Bila dalam breakout session, dia orang buka kamera semua. Most of them lah. Dia orang akan buka kamera, dia orang buka mic. Sebab dia, dekat sini lah mereka akan bercakap banyak. Compared to if 100 groups, tak semua akan buka kamera, tak semua akan buka mic. So this is way because I need to discuss, isn't it? So you can go in and ask them questions, or they can ask you questions. The beauty of this is actually you want them to ask you questions sebenarnya, so that you know their level of understanding. Okay, so normally they will ask questions during this when you go into their rooms. If they don't have question, dia akan kata, Madam, for now tak ada, kita akan tanya kemudian ataupun kita katakan help button. Okay, so how do you view participants between main session and breakout session as a host? So from the participant panel, okay, you will now have two labels, two tabs label in main meeting and also breakout session. Dia orang student, dia boleh keluar daripada breakout session to anytime also. It's not that when they come in, they cannot go out. They can actually go out and they can come in again. Okay. In the main meeting, people listed here have not yet joined or have been assigned, not yet assigned to any breakout sessions. Okay. If they are in the breakout sessions, meaning this is they already in lah, like I said just now. Okay. So as a host, how do you join? I dah ajar tadi kan, you just click on the join button. If you want to go out, nampak tak button ni, merah ni. I akan ada satu lagi slide nanti where you can go out. So students, because my students are using e-portfolio, so they will show me their progress e-portfolio dalam this breakout session. Okay. Sebenarnya students ni dia tak suka tunjuk progress kerja dia depan kawan-kawan lain yang different groups from them. But they are more comfortable when they are in their own circle, in their own group, and you join their group and dia akan banyak benda ditanya, banyak benda di show dekat you. So you will get more input from that session lah. Okay. And as an attendee, yang ni I ambil daripada sample dalam the Webex. Okay. They can have button join now, and if you choose join later, on the prompt click the blue join button across from the session you've been assigned to in the participant level panel. Okay, so they can actually choose which group. This is from the view of attendee lah, bukan as a view as a host. You will not see this if you are the host. Okay, and how do you leave? This one is the button lah. You nampak tak ni perkataan attendee is asking for help. Sometimes dia bila big group, sometimes kadang-kadang you tak menang tangan. Kadang-kadang ada sampai 2 group asking for help. Okay, but never mind. You can click on join later. Kalau nak join now, you can join now. Ataupun you boleh broadcast. Semasa you berada dalam, when you are in a breakout session, contoh macam ni kan, you are currently connected to the breakout session 5. Okay, let's say you want to give a message to all to actually wait. You ataupun you nak bagi tahu, okay, now I am in breakout room 5. Okay, I will go to other breakout rooms in 1 minute. Contoh. Okay, you can do a broadcast message also. Okay, so if you want to leave, if you tekan button pintu ni, this is the red button, you will not leave the meeting, but you only leave the breakout session. And normally, if you tekan this one, you akan go to main session lagi. Okay, when you go to main session, you can click another button juga, join button that is available. Okay. So how to send a broadcast message, ini ada ajar. Okay, choose breakout tab. Select whether you want to send a single session ataupun to all participants. Okay, so this one is sangat-sangat berguna if you want to send to all. Alright. Now, how to join and attend this session that is asking for help? Easy lah. So normally this button akan pop up. Okay, participant Muhammad Iman Fadilah in breakout session 4 is asking for your help. So you just click on join now if you are available. Normally dia akan minta lah. So far my students bila buat breakout sessions, mereka they are very participative compared to in big groups. Dia takkan bunyi. Yang macam cakap thank you je lah dekat hujung tu kan. And finally, normally my breakout sessions, I buat it dalam 1 hour or 1.5 hour ke. Kalau kelas 4 jam, normally we can up to until 1 hour. Normally one hour lah around that time. Okay. So if you are happy, and you think masa dah macam nak dekat macam you think it's enough for them to actually discuss, if the breakout session assignment dialog box isn't already open, click breakout. Okay, then you just click on end all breakout session. Bila you click on end breakout session, tak semua akan balik terus. Dia akan bagi masa. A few second lah, 30 second ke 60 second. There are settings for this. Okay. So they will slowly all come back to, ataupun some juga akan automatically keluar terus pergi ke main session balik. So dia akan jadi session biasa. Macam you punya session biasa lah. Okay. So macam nampak tak ni, dia akan kata all breakout sessions will close in 46 seconds. Actually dia bagi 60 second, 1 minute. So even if they don't want to come out from their breakout sessions, the breakout session will end automatically in 60 seconds, for example. So they can choose either they want to stay or ataupun tunggu manually keluar ataupun tunggu automatically stop lah the session. Okay, so when they see this, they know that the session is ended already. Okay. If you take up your phone right now, if you want to read further on breakout sessions for Webex, you can scan this QR code, and I think it's very easy to actually understand lah, because in Webex also dia bagi screenshot. Okay, nampak tak? Bila pergi main session semua tutup kamera, semua tutup mic, nobody want to talk. Okay, so dalam breakout sessions dia akan bercakap. Alright, so let's move to Zoom pula. I believe some of us here are also using Zoom. Okay. How to set a breakout sessions in it before Zoom meeting. Okay. Normally I will go to the website. Okay. Do not use kita kan ada install Zoom ni dalam our PC, but normally I will go to the website itself, which it's easier to actually manage it there. There are more options available. Okay. So simply set your schedule meeting. Normally I buat recurring every week kan. Benda ni kita dah settle, benda ni dah buat awal-awal. So what you do is just click on the edit button, scroll down a bit, then you will find this breakout room pre-assigned. Okay. Then you can click on breakout room pre-assigned, and you can create also room siap-siap. Dia sama macam Webex just now, but Webex call it pre-assigned. In Zoom they call it create rooms. Okay. So you can click, must click here, and this button will appear, create rooms and import from CSV ni jarang pakai, but you can actually have a CSV file that contains all the email address, all the names of the group that you boleh download juga daripada eLEAP now. So you can have two methods, or you can manually create rooms. Okay, but I never use CSV. I cuma pernah pakai yang create rooms manually. So if you click on the plus button here, then you can add more rooms lah. If you need 7 rooms, then you click 7 times. Then it will add to more rooms. And if you have the student's email address, you can actually create this email address or add participants. If they are your contacts dalam Zoom, you can add participants. But normally kita tak ada contact dengan students in Zoom. So I will leave this one empty and I just click save. Okay, so then you start the meeting. When the day comes, you start the meeting. Then you will see when you want, after your lecture and you want to start, then you just click on this 3 button here, and there is a breakout room function. You just click there and you will see this. Let's say you didn't create in Zoom website. So there will be, you need to create manually. Okay. So in this case, I create 5. This is just for me to screenshot. Okay, that's why I buat 5 saja, and because the participant tak ramai, around 11. Okay, so I want them to do it 2 or 3 in one group. Okay, so this is same like Webex also. You can assign automatically, you can assign manually, or you can let them choose their own room. In my case, I always let them choose their own room because they know who are their group members. Okay, and of course, once you check this and you click on create, then you will see this. Kalau letak 5, there will be 5, right? This assign button is for you to do manually, just in case students cannot click on join room. Okay, once this is already settled and you want them to choose on their own, you just click on open all rooms. So when open all rooms, dia akan tukar jadi merah, it will turn into red, and it become close all rooms. So the names that have not choose any rooms will fall under unassigned. All right. Once they have choose, you will see that, like in this case, Chai and Matilda dah choose room 1, for example. So meaning they can click on this join button and they can choose which room they want, or you can either do it manually also. Same with Webex. Okay, we can also broadcast message in Zoom. Okay, so you let them know what are the discussion topic, what they should do, and how long is the time given for them, for example, or any message that you think all groups should do. Okay, the difference is between Zoom and Webex. In Zoom, you can only broadcast message to all. Okay, there's no choice of only broadcasting the message to certain rooms only. Meaning when you use broadcast, it broadcasts to all. Okay, and if you want to join any of the room, simple, you just click join. Once you click join, they will ask you again. Zoom will ask you join room 2. Just click yes, right? And once you think it's over, Zoom is pretty simple. Dia tak complicated sangat lah. Okay, how to end a breakout session? You just click on close all rooms, and then this button, this notice will come out. All participants have been given 60 seconds to leave their breakout room. So they will, after 60 seconds, automatically they will be in the main session. Okay. So Zoom pun dia ada juga dia punya reference that you can actually go to. Okay. You just scan on this one, then you will go to the website. Okay. So basically that's it. All right. So so we have around 15 more minutes to actually maybe or you can either ask questions or you can also share with me maybe some who have actually used breakout session with Webex and Zoom juga. Saya pun nak juga belajar daripada maybe some that have different experience ke. You are open to share with me also. Saya pun masih belajar lagi. So banyak benda saya masih perlu tahu juga about Zoom and also Webex session ni. Alright.
I have a question, Jen.
Yes.
The students have to constantly be online, right? But some students, they have problems in accessing Webex or Zoom. So do you have this experience student keluar masuk?
Ada. Dia kata, I dah masuk room tadi tapi kena kick sebab internet I slow. That one you tak boleh lah macam punish ke apa kan. You will say never mind, try again. If not, then dia memang kena stay in main room. Pernah juga satu group ni, the whole group tak boleh masuk, dia orang kata kalau masuk je breakout session, dia akan hang ataupun dia akan ditendang keluar daripada Webex because of the internet dia tak kuat kan. Kalau I rasa macam satu group ni tak boleh masuk breakout, pernah jadi ini based on my experience. Tak apa, you guys discuss dekat main room saja. Okay, so they will discuss dekat main room lah. Okay. And also satu kelemahan so far mungkin belum di-update lagi. Kalau future updates mungkin kalau saya diberi peluang untuk suggest to Webex ataupun Zoom, is I want it to be able to record. Sebab kalau you buat recording dalam, contohlah you buat dalam lecture 1 jam, you click on record, it's recording the lecture. The moment you start Webex, the breakout session, the recording will, dia bukan pause tapi dia senyap saja. Bila tengok balik kan my recording kan, even though I join breakout session, the recording it doesn't record the breakout session that I joined. Faham tak? So meaning it only appears like room tu dia masa berjalan, recording berjalan, tapi it only record what happens in the main session. It will not record what happens in the breakout sessions. And then dalam breakout sessions also tak ada option untuk participant record, tak ada. They cannot record. Itu sajalah yang I rasa kena update dekat tu, kalau I boleh suggest to Webex and Zoom lah. So that bila kita tengok recording balik, kita boleh tengok what happens in the breakout session. In this case so far tak ada. When I look back at my Webex recording, I cannot see that. Okay, thank you Dr. Jemaya. Dr. Mani, does that answer your question?
Yeah, but normally I don't use breakout session because of this, because most of the students they keluar masuk and internet tak stable. And then
yeah.
what I did was when we have this discussion session, I said, okay, you can go to WhatsApp.
That's a good option also.
So dia punya data tu tak kuat sangat lah.
Betul.
Data.
Betul.
So because I'm really concerned about that, because some of the students they came to me, not they, she came to me and told me all these things because dia ada masalah data, masalah kewangan. So
betul. Memang ada students yang menghadapi masalah.
I sacrifice the breakout. One of the reason I suruh dia orang pergi dekat WhatsApp discussion, kurang sikit lah guna data, dia tak kuat sangat.
Betul. Betul, ada yang macam tu. So kalau majority of the group cannot, then I will just I will tell them they can use any other platform to discuss, as long as masa 1 jam tu digunakan untuk discussion. Meaning because it's still class time, isn't it? So they can, if using Webex is so hard for them, then they can use other options. Tapi so far kelas ada 3 minggu this semester. For my appreciation class, memang every week so far semua boleh join group, and dia dah tahu breakout room mana dia nak join. They will know automatically because we started using this last week. Okay, for my class lah. So far tak ada masalah for my Webex. Kalau ada pun dia keluar, dia masuk balik, dan okay balik. Cuma dia tak boleh buka kamera lah. Kalau dia masuk dalam breakout session, dia akan turn off kamera. Cuma voice ada. Dia boleh guna mic lah, dia tak mute lah. So far itulah yang I experience with the students. Okay, Dato' Mahani, thank you for sharing also.
Alright, no problem.
Good idea also to actually give them options lah. Meaning, is that what you mean, isn't it? Give them options. Kalau dia tak boleh join Webex ataupun Zoom breakout sessions, they can use yang low bandwidth punya method.
Definitely.
Thank you.
We provide the option to students because we have diverse background of students, kan?
True. Betul. So it's not like compulsory. I never make it compulsory to actually join breakout sessions. Tapi it would be good lah because every week punya meeting there akan, like for example POPBL, because I'm using POPBL. So every week progress they have to minute it, and the minute meeting have to be in the e-portfolio. But it doesn't mean that they have to do the meeting during the class. They can either do it after class ataupun any time of the week, because e-portfolio ni kita buat weekly. Dr. Encik Haslan is here, my comrades untuk e-portfolio for POPBL, so dia tahulah the requirement, kan Haslan? Haslan, are you hearing me? Okay, so I don't know about other courses. Feel free to share. I also want to know, how do you manage your breakout sessions if you have experience or if you have any questions. Okay.
Ray, do you have any experience, Ray?
From other faculties also, I don't know, because I'm used to like big groups, so breakout sessions really help to make students talk lah.
Yeah, agreed.
It makes them talk, and it makes them turn on their camera and all that. They actually tak pernah guna, Renda tak pernah guna.
Ray tak pernah guna.
Okay. Maybe sebab kalau macam calculation courses kan, I think can be used if you think that teaching in big groups, sometimes calculation ni student malu nak tanya kadang-kadang kan, but if you break them into smaller groups, and then you group them with those yang good in maths and mix it with those who are not really good, so they can actually teach like peer tutoring lah. You can actually use this. Okay, maybe other lecturers can have like suggestions on when to use this, because kita mengajar kursus yang berlainan, so mungkin the way we apply the platform is different, right? Because depend on content. Sebab for marketing memang we need a lot of brainstorming, and brainstorming in smaller groups is more powerful lah for me. Thank you, Iza.
Great.
Okay.
Any more questions? We have about 8 minutes. Or you want to stretch more, Dr. Jane?
Okay, if you go to, just to add more, but I didn't study this very well. there are limitations for certain participants to join breakout rooms. Tapi limitations ni dia ada dekat website. Kalau you scan the QR code that I give you just now, you can actually see limitations of participants to actually join. Dia ada syarat lah. Limitation ni macam the syarat for you to actually be able to join breakout rooms. Sometimes there are certain, contoh lah macam Webex, you must be a registered user. Contohnya you ada account with Webex baru you boleh join. Okay. But I don't know whether I can do this here. I am the co-host, tapi kalau lah you guys nak rasa masuk dalam breakout rooms, but I didn't see the options. I don't know whether because Dr. Mahani is the host, do you see the breakout session button tak?
I bagi jadi host lah.
Boleh?
Okay.
If okay. I still, okay. But I didn't see, okay. I see breakout rooms now. Contoh, I share screen lah, okay. I share screen yang I nampak sekarang, okay. But not this one.
Kita tak nampak. Biasanya kita tak nampak ya screen.
Ya, share screen.
Kita nampak thank you.
Tak, because I belum keluar lagi daripada my presentation tadi. Sekejap.
Dah keluar dah.
Okay, sekejap. Now, kalau I share, tak boleh pula. Kenapa dia pergi ke button lain lah?
Kita tak boleh share screen yang kita punya.
Oh, that's what I want to share.
Yang ni bukan premium punya.
Okay, never mind. I'll try to. Okay lah, sekarang ni I tengah create breakout rooms. Let's say kita sini ada 27. Let's say lah I want to create two breakout rooms saja. Nak banyak sangat. So I will let you guys choose. So I click on create and now I click on open all rooms. Can you see the join button?
Yes.
If you click on any of the room, then you will be so I'll try to broadcast message to all. Okay, so I will type hello, enjoy the breakout session, for example. So I just click on broadcast, then you can actually see it. Okay, and you can also keluar kan? Siapa yang dah keluar tadi? Hello. So what happened here? So dia macam so dia macam ni, nampak? Joanne bila dekat sendiri dia buka kamera. Bila dia ramai-ramai kita nak buka kamera.
Kita pemalu orangnya.
So this is the case also with students. They will open their camera. Okay? So if you want to leave, there is a leave room button at the bottom right. You just click on leave room. Okay? So I will leave the breakout room. Jangan leave meeting, leave breakout.
Hi Yung, I dah cuba breakout room. That's interesting, right Yung?
Jennifer dah
Dr.
masuk.
Rosa, kita sekarang di dekat main.
Oh, we are in main.
Sekarang kat main. Kena pergi dekat breakout room, pergi kat join tu.
Alright, we are already in the main. Okay, sorry for that. Okay.
Okay, so I will close all room. So diorang akan all breakout room will close in 54 seconds. Nampak tak?
Dah masuk main.
Yang dah masuk main takkan nampak. Tapi saya akan nampak.
Rosa cari you tak jumpa.
Okay. If we enter the breakout room, can you see us the host? Can the host see the participant in the breakout room?
I can only see the names.
You cannot see lah whether we membawang about you.
Tak. Kecuali saya masuk.
Kecuali you enter. But can we can we not allow you to enter?
No, you cannot because I'm the host.
Pula dahsyat lah dekat kita.
Kuasa dia besar tu. Power
dia nak protect. Dia nak tahu all the loophole. Kok student tiba-tiba block kita kan macam dalam group.
Tak. They cannot. They only have the options of joining or leaving the breakout room. Itu saja dia ada.
Interesting.
So now the breakout room dah padam so nobody in any breakout rooms now. So tapi kalau I nak start balik, boleh je recreate balik ataupun open balik all rooms tu. Boleh. So I boleh start lah, ada button open all rooms, dah ada nama macam room 1 tu ni Joanne, Kairam, Dr. Mani, Dr. Norzilawati, and then Dr. Damien. Room 2 ada Haslan, Renda, Dr. Rosa, Dr. Syafina, and also Ahmad Subaili. So I will boleh tahulah siapa yang choose which room. Ataupun kalau you nak exchange, you can exchange room. I tak nak room 2, I nak bagi room 1. Contoh. Boleh. You can do that. So it's actually good to get students to participate lah, supaya kita taklah sedih setiap kali mengajar je perkataan thank you saja yang keluar dekat hujung daripada student kita. Itu je lah.
Dah biasa cakap seorang-seorang, pre-recorded pun cakap seorang-seorang juga.
I feel awkward. I don't know, because maybe I'm a people person, so I taklah paksa, tapi I kata I appreciate lah kalau student buka kamera so that I don't feel like I'm talking alone. Macam tu. Kalau I buka session and buat kelas tapi semua tutup kamera, I rasa macam might as well lah pergi record je and then you guys watch later, isn't it? So by that, those yang internet stable, dia akan buka lah. Those yang guna wifi rumah ke, dia akan buka lah. Tapi I tak paksa semua orang untuk buka lah. Tapi I belajar juga daripada Dr. Syafina sebenarnya. Siapa yang tak buka kamera ni, I suka tanya-tanya soalan. I suka macam mention their name kan.
Sekarang ni dia mention my name, dia nak tengok I ada lagi ke, I dah buat benda lain. I tahu je ni.
So I normally call their name.
Panggil nama I kan. Dia seru
panggil nama, dia akan reply, Madam ada, kita ada lagi kat sini. Dia akan jawab lah.
Kelas malam
langsung tu dia tahulah.
Horror dia.
I think dah 11:30, Dr. Mani, kalau tak ada apa-apa soalan ataupun ada lagi ke yang nak tanya saya?
Yeah, we open
saya jawab.
Yeah, we open up to two last questions.
Ada ke dekat chat? Ada ke?
I didn't see dekat chat so far.
Okay. Kalau ada, boleh. Nana dia tak nak question, dia nak attendance saja. Pilih Madam now.
Nanti lepas ni kita share attendance.
Okay.
Nanti lepas ni you pulangkan balik host dekat I.
Boleh. Oh yeah, I have to return the host role. Wait.
Alright. One last question. I think one last questions. Ada dekat chat. Nana je. Nana dia punya attendance ya. Okay. Alright.
Okay. I'm making you the host now. Okay, so I'm not the host anymore. So kalau bukan host, you tak boleh set breakout rooms.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question. Yong.
Yeah.
Okay, my question is, to run a 2-hour Zoom session, okay, how much data that the student consume? Sorry, not the student consume the data plan that we need, like 10 megabytes ke berapa? Do you have the information? Then on top of the Zoom session, how much more pula for the breakout room? Do you have information on that, Jane?
So far, I tak pernah tanya whether breakout rooms akan makan lebih banyak data atau tak. But based on I tak pernah tapi student memang tak pernah complain. Actually they like breakout session sebab dia orang boleh cakap banyak.
Student tak pernah complain sebab tak pernah tanya. Maybe you can ask.
Boleh, saya boleh tanya.
So that you can share with us.
If makan data lebih banyak lah. Tapi most students, most lah tak semua, most yang ada data ni dia akan guna yang unlimited. So they didn't check. Whether akan makan lebih banyak data atau tak ada. Some lah, tak semua lah. Ada juga yang memang guna data plan yang monthly, ada limited, ada juga. Yang tu I boleh tanya. Thank you, Dr. Rosa.
Biasanya the heaviest data of all if we play video. When we have Zoom and we play video, itu lagi berat lah.
So that's why kalau YouTube ni, I rather share dalam eLEAP ataupun link tu dekat WhatsApp group sajalah so they can watch.
Yeah, definitely. Kita cakap walaupun dalam slide kita ada video, I said I'm not going to click this video, but you can click it later on so you can watch on your own. Kita describe sikit lah video tu pasal apa, because it will be very heavy and then sometimes it might be lagging, especially guna Webex. Webex sendiri dah berat compared to Zoom. Okay. Kalau main video lagi berat lah. So That's the thing that I dapat feedback dan kita sendiri experience. Kalau kita attend mana-mana seminar ke webinar ke, kalau dia main video memang lagging.
Betul.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing, Dr. Mani.
Yeah. I think that's all for today. I think it's very interesting, both of the session, Uzairi, Mr. Uzairi and Dr. Jane. We should explore more and hopefully that it will help to enhance our teaching and learning activities, and especially on the interactions. Yeah, the second part is more on the interactions. The first part of the session more on the technicality on how to deal with data. Yeah, so I think it complements one another on top of what we knew before. Inshallah, everything that we do is for the benefit of our students especially, and including ourselves. All right, I thank you for coming. And for those who haven't taken the attendance, I'll share the screen again for the attendance. Okay, thank you very much. I hope that everyone will be benefited with this session. I think that's all for today. Have a nice day ahead. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dee, Adam, for coming and joining us with us.
Thank you,
everyone.